Hi everybody, welcome back to Cabin Creek Homestead, and today is very special because we're going to take a tour of the entire property. It would be a lot to walk the entire 10.5 acres. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
shotgun! All right, well, here we go. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to the west, east, west, north. Is that south?
That's not.
Rises in the east and sets in the west. So which way is that way?
I don't know. Wait, south.
I hear you giggling at me.
South. South.
We're going to go that way.
We're gonna north.
We're going to go. You keep changing it. Which is it?
North or south?
North. North. How about down there, Virgil?
Hold on. I got to stand in the map. Okay. I'm in my map. East. North, south. No, that's north. South. Yeah, east. So that's south. We're going south. I'm intelligent. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to the southernmost part of the property, and I want to tell you a few things that we're going to be doing. So we're going to stop along the way and talk about our plans for the future. This is the first pasture that we have gotten fenced in. And as you can see, our sweet Pumpkin and Virgil are enjoying some nice grazing together. And this is our view. Oh, look, a bicycle and a helmet. I wonder which of our children left that sitting around. All right, so here's the southernmost part of our first pasture. Our plan right here in this area, click. Our plan right here in this pasture is to continue on this fence and expand the pasture so that it is a complete acre. And the reason that we have them divided is because we're going to do a 30-day grazing rotation, and that is going to help our grass to grow so that we don't have any dead and barren area. We also need to clear out a lot of this field. There is some stuff that the animals simply won't eat or can't eat, and there's also Bradford pear trees growing everywhere. That is a noxious, invasive tree that I do not want, not only because it's invasive and it cross-pollinates, but because in the spring it absolutely stinks. So that's what we're going to be doing with this lower pasture right here. Now let's move along this trail and see what's next. Oh, wait. I'm gonna pause right here because I see some animal prints in the sand. We have a ton of sand down here because right here is a big long creek that flows the entire western side of our property. And so with all the sand that gets deposited right here, we get to see what kind of animals are walking around. We have found raccoon prints and deer prints.
These look like the dog prints from yesterday.
There probably are some dog prints. We have even found what we think is a coyote print. This is a really pretty spot in the creek. I love this bend. I hope to come in here sometime this winter or next spring and clear out all the fallen brush so that we have a better view of the creek. And maybe we should build a bridge. What do you guys think?
That tree is so beautiful.
All right, let's hop back in. This area on the southern part of the property is about 4 acres. The previous owners liked to ride their go-karts, their race carts, all over the place. So he cut in these great winding trails all over the pasture. We are gonna keep those for walking paths and all sorts of other things. Ooh, do you guys want to go foraging for a second?
Yeah.
Who sees what I see?
I see mushrooms! Mushrooms!
Does anybody know what kind of mushrooms these might be?
What type of it? Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
It feels... They're huge!
They are.
Mama, they're going on a dead log.
They are.
What kind are they?
This is a hardwood. Well, there's a couple of different ways.
They're soft.
They are. There's a couple of different ways to find out what kind of mushroom it is. So let's pick it.
The underside? Well, I'm gonna pick it. Can I pick it?
Okay, but can you get the whole thing?
Hold it after? Yeah.
Get your whole like
I'm
hand
already-
under there. Talk while I'm talking.
Like that? Like pick it like a plant?
And just kind of rip it off. Oh, a granddaddy lungleg.
What? There's centipedes.
All right. Oh, very cool. Okay, these are forked gills and they go all the way down the stem. This means this is a gray oyster mushroom.
Cool.
And they are edible.
Can I hold it? Can I hold it?
Would you like to hold it?
No, I already asked if I could hold it. Don't rip it off. Man, that's huge.
You're doing great, Joelle. Perfect.
I like the gills. Oh, there we go.
Let's see. All right, Judd, get you some mushrooms. You know what we can
I
do?
want to eat this one, the one I picked.
You know what we should do?
Right.
We should take it back home and use one and make a spore print, because a spore print is one of the best ways. No, just a small one.
Here, you can use this bottom one right here.
A spore print is a really good way to tell if it's toxic or if it's safe. All right,
But that's how you know if it's toxic.
everybody come and put your mushrooms down.
What happens if I eat it where?
Don't eat it now, let's cook it. 10 seconds. Here we go.
Wow.
This is a really cool spot on the property. We like this area a lot because we're approaching a waterfall.
Mine's lean, mine's bigger. So,
This is the southernmost tip of our property. And I'm gonna stop right here and show you guys a nice view of the rest of the land from right here. Cool, huh? No? All right, we're approaching a really big bump. Whee!
They did make this for racing.
They did.
Horses.
No, for their go-karts.
What's a go-kart?
It's like a really fast, fun riding vehicle.
I bet they race.
All right. Right here, I'm gonna cut down this area right here. Oh, look at the bowl in the middle. Who took their picnic out here and just left it? Huh? Huh? Helen?
Don't smush it.
All right, I'm gonna hop out and talk about this little patch of land. All right, so right here is our barn, right there is our house, and that shed thing right there is our gathering place. We're gonna be putting picnic tables and whatnot in there. This little patch right here, we have some really cute plans. They may not come to fruition, but if we had our hopes and if we had all of our wishes come true, this is what we would want. We would love to set up a tiny little cottage as a guest house. We would use it for our friends and family that come to visit, and we would also rent it out as an Airbnb vacation spot, because we have been on several Airbnb trips before where we just needed to get away from everything, and I think this is an ideal setting for a way to get away from the world for a second, put your feet up, and just enjoy God's creation. We would give people access to the animals, interacting with them and feeding them and petting them. And in some other hopes and dreams, we would love to put in a pond right around this area right here. So that would be a very long-term plan that is probably very far in our future, but hopefully one day we see that come true. Now we're gonna go this way, and I wanna show you where I have plans to put in a couple of gardens. All right, so this patch of land right here. Okay, out here in this cute little field, which is divided by one of the really lovely pathways that were cut by the previous owners, I want to put in a very large vegetable patch. We're going to be putting in raised rows. I was thinking about doing garden boxes, but financially and just time-wise, it makes more sense to go ahead and clear this out and create raised rows. A raised row makes the most sense for us because we can make them as long as we want without the restrictions of having to put wood in, and we can also curve them for water retention. Raised rows make a lot of sense for what we want to do. We're going to be doing a lot of direct sowing, which simply means planting your seed directly in the ground instead of starting it in a pot. And a raised row will hold heat and help that seed to germinate faster. So right out here, we're going to put row and row of corn and okra and tomatoes and beans and squash. So this area is going to be dedicated to that. I'm actually going to come in here with some of our cardboard boxes that we used when we were moving. I'm going to lay them down and do a lasagna compost, which means I'm going to create a layer of cardboard, and then I'm going to add manure and some other organic materials like leaves and kitchen scraps that are going to decompose over winter and hopefully turn into some rich organic compost. So that cardboard's going to kill the grass, and then the composted material on top of it is going to help add nutrients to the soil to get it ready for our spring/summer crop growing. So yeah, here's I'm probably going to have to fence this in because we have a lot of deer. Note to self, somebody remind me later, I need a deer fence. All right, let's go see. The next area I want to show you is where I want a sunflower field. All right, we're on our way to the next area. I love sunflowers. It's probably my favorite sunflower. Whenever I do art and I'm just doodling because I need something to do with my hands, I almost always gravitate toward sketching a sunflower. So this area here behind the gathering place, let me get over this hill. This area right here is where I want this little sunflower patch to be. It'll be something you see as you drive down our very long driveway, which is right here. And it'll be really fun to watch it grow and to sit here and watch the goldfinches to come and eat the seeds, or just to come up here and just watch them swaying gently in the wind. On to the next spot. All right, of course, here's our house in front of us, and right here are the garden boxes that the previous owner put in. A few weeks ago, I went ahead and put in some daffodils and some garlic. This is the eastern side of our property, and right here, the previous owner, who I just adore, planted a small orchard. There are 6 apple trees and 2 peach trees. In just a little bit, I'm going to be treating them and adding compost around their root line. There's the last apple tree right there, just a little stick. I cannot wait for spring and summer to see what these beautiful trees provide. This is about their 4th or 5th year in the ground, and they're going to start performing at their best this upcoming year, which is a huge blessing to me and makes me sad that Amanda missed out on her hard work. Right here is a giant tea olive tree. This is the biggest tea olive. It's a sweet osmanthus, and it has the most incredible smelling blooms. In fact, I'm going to point at this bloom right there. And here is our little patio. We have not done anything to this space yet, but we have a patio. Oh, that's lovely. I like the socks that somebody left out here. Thanks, guys. A little garden. This gets a lot of shade. There's some irises and a big leaf hydrangea right there. And look up here. Just look at the little shed. Look at how sweet.
What about the persimmon tree?
All right, so we are back where we started roughly, and now we're going to tour the northern. Now we're going to tour the northern part of the property. We are going to leave this area natural and restore some of the native grasses and plants to this area. And we have a deer stand that we intend to take advantage of. Everybody hold on to your pie holes.
Ow, that hurt.
Right here is our persimmon tree. It's lost all its leaves. Oh boy. There's the, we tried, well, we reached the ones that we could. And then I don't think this is a path. Oh boy. All right, come on, little golf cart. Oh, that's some power. Okay, I'm really impressed with our little golf cart. That was a pretty steep hill that we just went up. Right behind me is a deer stand, and we are not hunters yet, but we would love to learn how. I do love deer jerky, and there's a surplus population of deer in North Carolina, so we don't mind doing our part. I love this little part because we're about to enter into Deer Cove. And we call it that because we can actually come here and see where the deer have been sleeping because they make little impressions in the grass. Ah, lots of blackberries right here. Well, these are the brambles. Let me give you
Poison ivy.
This is a blackberry bramble. Okay, I'm really excited about this little area that we're in right here called Deer Cove because it's the perfect place to restore some grasses and native plants for the local wildlife. I am in pursuit of getting my quail raising license because the North Carolina bobwhite quail is actually endangered. So we can raise them and release them back into the wild and help to restore those native populations. And the sedge grasses that grow in here are ideal for quail to live in and to brood in because they are tall, they help them to hide, but they grow in these clumps that the bobwhite quail can like hide in and run in, and they make this like tunneling system that still is way over their head, but it's not so thick like a fescue that they can't actually make their little tunnels and paths through it. So let me try to find some areas that the deer have laid down in to show you their little sleeping spots. Okay, so these grasses right in here, this looks like a little sleeping spot, and right here it looks like somebody laid down and took a little nap. This green stuff growing right here is dock, and the young leaves of this are a great herbaceous plant for the local rabbits that live in here. We have seen several scurrying along. It's pretty exciting to see that the wildlife in this area have their own habitat, and we are just going to keep it at that.
Amanda and her dog died, so she decided to put a fence around the tree and bury it.
All right. Look at this cool little circular place around this massive tree. By the way, that is poison ivy growing up that tree. We're gonna get in there and treat that for sure. Oh, okay, hold on. We've lost one of our children. Helen! Helen, get back in the... Ellen! Oh, great.
I'm gonna go help her.
Please don't get wet.
Okay, I won't.
Hey, good. While you're there, you can pick up that water bottle. Can you throw it to me so I can throw it away? Throw it overhanded, as hard as you can. Don't hit me. Nice throw. Let's look at the edge of this thing. That is a big drop. Okay, come on, feral children. Do you guys think that I can make this?
No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
If Daddy can do it, Mommy can.
Did Daddy do it?
Yeah.
Oh, then we're fine. Y'all are dramatic.
That was fun.
I'm gonna do it again. All right, everybody say yeehaw.
I'm feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate, 'cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. There's magic coursing throughout my veins. I don't want it to stop.
Ever high.
I feel invincible in every way. I'ma give it all I got. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate, 'cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. There's nothing like feeling alive. There's nothing like feeling alive. I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate, 'cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. I just wanna celebrate all night.
Thank you for joining us for our first ever farm tour. I hope it was as exciting for you as it was for them. They've really got the giggles right now. We will do a farm tour every time we do something new, and to show you how beautiful it is with the changing seasons. That's all for today. We'll see you guys later. Bye.